So what are you working on?
All right, so what we're working on right now is we've defined the game. So the game's going to be broken up into 3 different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now what we're doing is we're setting up the world such that we can have each of the people, each of our team working on a particular room, as well as the assets that are going to be needed for each room. And then the fun part's going to be once we have them all together to figure out how to stitch them all back together. So at least this gives us the ability for each one of us to be working and plugging away, trying to get this together.
You're using GameMaker on this?
We're using GameMaker. We've discovered that GameMaker is really good for one person to work on a game, as opposed to a team of 4. And so we're going to try to make it work with a team of 4 and see how it turns out.
I'm working on the parallax right now.
What does that mean?
That is when things move like this. So when you move, it's like a pseudo 3D. So the snake will be moving in the foreground, say, things will be moving like this in the background. So I'm trying to get that set up with windowing on the graphics, and then I'll actually build out the snake.
Cool. And you're using Pygame? Is that what you're using? Can you tell me a little bit about that and why it's good for this kind of, doing things very quickly?
It takes very little to get an image on the screen, and Python in general is pretty fast to sort of rapidly prototype things. You hit the run button and see what it does, and then if it breaks, you hit it again and see what else it does.
What I'm doing is I'm building a bunch of polygons, and we're going to texture map. Pete's going to draw a cool snake texture on there, and but there's a few bugs in this drawing code right now.
That looks really cool. What are you using?
This is XNA, and I'm just drawing a bunch of triangles. But like I said, there's a bug at the head of the snake. We'll probably actually just draw a box in the end and then have the snake head there, so the head doesn't bend too when the snake turns and stuff. So, and then
working on now?
We're adjusting the flat cannon firing right now, playing around with it.
Yeah. Got this. Even though he looks slow, he's actually moving pretty fast.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough to hit.
Actually, the way we got this thing configured, it's gonna be tough for anybody to play it without their boat getting hit at least a couple of times, probably.
And why do you like working with like XNA? I know that's a long answer, but for this kind of thing where you're doing something pretty quick.
Yeah, for stuff like this, the XNA, I mean, we could put a game together like this in just a matter of hours, which faster than a lot of programs, but still, if we wanted to then go back and put in more advanced features and effects, XNA would be capable of that.